Have you ever really stopped to think about what makes Darjeeling tea, well, Darjeeling tea? It's so much more than just a name on a box. It's a promise, an identity that's legally protected. Today, we're going to dive into the world of geographical indication tags, or GI tags. We'll find out what they are, the incredible story of why they were created, and how they act as a powerful shield for our heritage. Okay, think about these names for a second. Darjeeling tea, Kashmiri apple, Bikaneri bhujia. When you hear them, a specific place probably pops into your head, right? It's not just about the product itself. It's about the location. That unique quality, that special flavor, it comes directly from where it's made. The geography is literally an ingredient. So what's stopping someone from, say, growing tea in their backyard and just slapping a Darjeeling label on it? I mean, why not? Well, there's a really good reason you can't do that. There's a powerful legal shield in place. And the story behind how we got that shield? Oh, it's a dramatic one. Before this shield existed, things were tricky. India's rich traditional knowledge was just out there, totally vulnerable. And back in the 90s, a series of events started to unfold that felt a lot like a heist, a full-on raid on our collective heritage. You had foreign companies trying to patent knowledge that had been around in India for centuries. And it all came to a head with these three major cases. We're talking about neem, turmeric, and basmati rice. Now, these weren't just some boring legal disputes in a courtroom. They sent absolute shockwaves through the country. They were a massive wake-up call, showing everyone just how vulnerable we were. It was time to fight back. So let's start with neem. Its medicinal properties are ancient knowledge in India, something people have known for ages. But then, in 1994, a US company comes along and gets a patent on a neem-based fungicide, claiming it was their invention. India had to go through a long legal battle just to prove that, hey, wait a minute, our farmers have been using this for generations. This isn't new. Okay, this next one is just wow. Turmeric, or haldi. Putting it on a cut is probably one of the first home remedies you learn in India. But believe it or not, a US university was actually granted a patent for this exact use. Can you believe the audacity? It was a textbook case of what we call biochiracy. And then, of course, there was basmati. It's not just any rice, is it? It's the queen of fragrance, with that incredible aroma and long grain, all completely tied to the soil and climate of the subcontinent. So you can imagine the shock when a US company patented a rice variety they developed from basmati. This was a direct threat to the livelihoods of thousands of farmers. So what happened in the end? Well, India fought back, and India won. In each case, the patents were revoked, and the core reason was simple: a lack of novelty. You can't claim an invention is new when it's already common knowledge. But winning these defensive fights one by one wasn't enough. It was clear we needed to stop playing defense. It was time for a proactive shield. And that's exactly what happened. In response to these attempts to basically privatize public knowledge, India forged its very own shield. This led to the creation of the Geographical Indications of Goods Act of 1999, a law designed specifically to stop these kinds of heritage heists from ever happening again. So the law was passed in 1999, and it officially kicked into gear on September 15, 2003. And really, this was a huge turning point. It was the moment India stopped just putting out individual fires and started building a permanent fortress to protect its cultural and agricultural treasures. All right, so now that we have all that dramatic backstory, let's take a closer look at this protective shield. What exactly is a GI tag, and how does it actually work? Well, the law itself defines it pretty clearly. A geographical indication, or GI, is basically a sign used on products that come from a specific geographical area. And here's the crucial part: the product's quality, its reputation, its unique characteristics, all of that has to be directly linked to that place. This covers everything from agricultural goods like tea to manufactured goods like handicrafts. Now, this is a really, really key distinction to make. A GI tag is not the same thing as a trademark. Think about it this way. A trademark is a private right. It's owned by one person or one company. But a GI tag, that's a community right. It's public property that can be used by everyone in that region who produces the item according to the right standards. The whole community owns it together. So how does a product actually earn this protection? Well, it's a pretty rigorous process, and that's to ensure authenticity. Producers have to formally apply, their claim is examined very strictly, and it's even published for public scrutiny so people can raise objections. This whole multi-step path ensures that when a GI tag is finally granted, it truly represents the heritage and quality of that region. And this isn't just a one-and-done thing. The protection lasts for 10 years at a time. And importantly, it can be renewed. This system ensures that the legacy and authenticity of these products are safeguarded for generations to come. Okay, so we've covered the what, the why, and the how. But let's bring it all together. What is the real-world impact of all this? Why is the GI tag so incredibly important? Well, this number says a lot. Today, more than 300 products in India have been granted a GI tag. It all started with the famous Darjeeling tea. That was the very first product to get one. But now it covers handicrafts, spices, and all kinds of agricultural produce across the entire country. The impact has just been massive. So here's the bottom line. The power of a GI tag is immense. It prevents the exact kind of misuse that sparked its creation in the first place. For consumers like us, it guarantees we're getting the real deal. But maybe most importantly, it empowers the local communities, the farmers and the artisans. It boosts their economic prosperity and helps preserve the very traditional knowledge that makes these products so special. So it's pretty clear a GI tag is so much more than just a label. It's a story of heritage, it's a guarantee of quality, and it's a shield for an entire community's legacy. It really makes you think. From the food you eat to the crafts you admire, what's your favorite GI tagged product and the story behind it?